Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Okay. We should be so blessed to listen to this again. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah, I'm your voice teacher. What's up? You can find me over on Instagram and TikTok at your voice teacher. You can also use the link in the description to join my email list, which is honestly really fun. I don't spam you and you get to know things before anyone else. All of these projects that I'm working on, you get to know first. Today, I'm reacting to Hannah CORNEAU singing No Good Deed. So this was back in 2019. Hannah was the Elphaba on Broadway at the time, and I have never heard Hannah CORNEAU sing. So this is gonna be amazing. I've been doing a lot of pop reactions recently, and I just need to get back to my roots. Let's talk belting, let's talk musical theater, let's talk angst. It's gonna be great. Before we jump into the video, this is for all the singers out there. If you're looking for more control and consistency in your voice, you wanna get to know your voice and figure out your voice type and the exercises that are right for you, check out my singing course, Reclaim Your Voice. I poured my heart and soul into it and I created it just for you. So you can use the link in the description to check it out. Let's do it. My tea is too hot to drink. Yep, too hot. It's gonna burn me. Oh well, I'll just be dehydrated, it's fine. Damn, sorry. Pianist is going off. I could not play like that. I'm very impressed.
Let his flesh not be torn, let his blood leave no stain. Though they beat him, let him feel no pain.
Ooh, that gave me chills.
Never break, and however they try to destroy him, let him never die, let him never die.
I'm just sitting here in awe. A fact that people are surprised to hear a lot about me is that I've never seen Wicked. I've never seen it. Every time I've gone to New York, which has only been twice, to visit my lovely sister and her family, there were other shows that seemed like more important because you know Wicked's always going to be there, right? But I've never seen it and it is high time that I see it. So I don't know, something about this performance just gave me like chills. Head to toe, full body chills. I really like the way when she's saying the spell, it's in her chest voice, but it almost has the energy of like an intense whisper, which feels very appropriate to the emotion of the song. And also she's accessing like a stronger mix versus belting. But we know at the end of the song, she's gonna belt, right?
What is this chanting? I don't even know what I'm reading. I don't even know what trick I ought to try. Fiera, where are you? Already dead or bleeding? One more disaster I can add to my generous supply.
You've got to be kidding me. What? Go back.
Add to my...
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Here we are. We're getting into belting territory. It's so balanced and I love that. You can tell that it isn't 100% chest voice. If it was, it would sound pretty shouty. So we know that she's utilizing some of her mixed voice, chest voice, head voice have to come together at that part in our voice because she's in her first passage, right? The middle part of our voice. She has to be doing some mixing in that belt, but the vowel's big and open and there is more chest voice in it, of course, but it's not 100% chest voice. It's so good.
One more disaster I can add to my generous supply.
Unpunished. No act of charity goes unresented. No good deed goes unpunished. That's my new creed. My road of good intentions led where such roads always lead. No good deed goes unpunished.
I am unwell. I'm covered in chills. Okay, Hannah, girl, let's talk about this.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Okay, I want you to hear the difference between deed and punished.
No good deed goes unpunished.
So she goes from an E vowel on deed. She's mixing a little bit more by nature of that vowel. So E vowels encourage a little bit more head voice. Then she goes unpunished and she opens to an E vowel, and it is fabulous because she is spreading her mouth a little bit. However, her larynx isn't coming up, and so she's not squeezing. It's actually staying really nice and open, and it's fabulous. Of course it is. Listen to this again.
No good deed goes unpunished.
And then switches into a head voice there.
Mess up. Dr. Dillamond. Fiero. Fiero. One question.
Okay, I am unwell. Okay, hold on. Gather myself. Okay, so let's talk about why that almost broke my brain. Fiero. She's staying in a pretty balanced mix. Has really open vowel. It's really, really beautiful, floaty. And then she changes into a bigger belt. But listen to her vowel on fiero, that E vowel. It's almost like fie with an I vowel versus fiero. Earlier, she opened it up to an E. Now, she might not be doing this on purpose. This might just be her fantastic voice informing the choices that are happening here. But she shifts from an E vowel earlier because that was a little lower and it was in a part of her voice where she can add a lot of chest voice. Now, she has to thin a little bit to find this really powerful belt, but that stays in a sustainable place because it is really high. If we're not careful, we're going to shout. It's not going to feel very good. So she goes fiero with an I vowel. You can see it in her mouth. And then she went more towards an on the very end, and she widened a little bit here, but again, kind of liked it. I don't tell my students that very often, right? We don't want to spread, of course, because usually that means we're squeezing in the process of doing that. She is not squeezing. My mind is blown. I'm so sorry. Let's listen to it again. Actually, I'm not sorry. It's so good. We should be so blessed to listen to this again.
Question haunts and hurts. Too much to mention. Was I really seeking good or just seeking attention? Is that all good deeds are when looked at with an ice cold eye? If that's all good deeds are, maybe that's the reason why. No good deed goes unpunished. All helpful urges should be circumvented. No good deed goes unpunished.
It's okay, let's talk about it. So here again, instead of punished, she's opening it up to an E vowel, which lets in more chest voice. It's perfect because she's on a B4. It's the middle of her first passage. For some belters, you might feel comfortable adding more chest voice to that note because it's kind of in that no man's land area where I could get away with more chest voice there. For some higher voices, that might not be possible. For me, occasionally I could add more chest voice on that note, but because I have a higher voice and I'm a soprano, I'm gonna have to add a lot more mix there. Hannah Cornell right here, she is really belting that out really nicely. And so her opening that vowel up a little bit more towards an E brings in more chest voice. Beautiful. Now, when she goes up to deed, she's mixing more.
No good deed goes unpunished. All helpful urges should be circumvented. No good deed goes unpunished. So I meant well, look at what well meant did.
And scary.
All right, enough. So be it then. Let all ours be agreed. I'm wicked through and through, since I cannot succeed.
I'm scared.
Fiero saving you, I promise no good deed will I attempt to do again, ever again. No good deed will I do.
Not really sure what to say about that.
I do.
So that up there is a D5. She is belting that so well. It does have a lot of chest voice, but she is, as we need to in a belt, thinning. Her vocal folds are thinning enough right here that she's able to get up there with the power that she has. Belting is not just all chest voice. To say that it's all chest voice is to simplify a more complicated technique. There's a lot more to belting, but we do need some of that weight, that vocal weight, that chest voice, and she's taking enough up with her that it maintains the depth and it stays really beautiful and has that chesty, soft yell quality. And I mean that in a good way, but it's thin enough that it's still sustainable. We gotta listen to it again.
No good deed
And right
will
here
I
again.
attempt to do again, ever again. No good deed will I do again.
Okay, it's fabulous. I hear a little bit of a cry coming in on the last up on the top. It's a tiny little red flag to me. Maybe calling it a red flag makes it sound too serious. When I hear something like that, if Hannah was in front of me in my studio, I would just say, how did that feel up there? Did that feel okay? Did it feel squeezy? Did it feel heavy? Did it feel like we could do that sound 8 shows a week? Did it feel sustainable? And I would guess, she's not in front of me, but I would guess that maybe a little heavy on the very end. That being said, I felt like she literally took the air out of my lungs because it was so good. It's so good. But just on that one note, because I heard a little bit of that cry, we got a little bit heavy. That's where I just want to make sure that we're being sustainable. But this is me being very nitpicky, but it's so good. Let's listen to it again. Why not?
No good deed will I do again.
Hannah. I have no words. Words have left me. My soul has left my body. It was so good. Alphabet is so freaking hard to sing. Is that like so obvious? But it is. It's so hard to sing. Let me tell you, it would take me a lot of work to be able to sing that song. And I definitely wouldn't be able to sing it as well as Hannah because that is not my voice. I think I'm too much of a Glinda. But it is really, really difficult. So hard. I mean, Wizard and I, Defying Gravity, No Good Deed, like these are really, really difficult songs. And Hannah just, oh gosh, she really did it well. Like I could tell a lot of those high notes felt really, really good to her. Also, she terrified me. So my soul left my body not only because of the singing, but also because her eyes are just, look at her eyes. I mean, like, that's terrifying. She did such a good job. Standing ovation, theoretical. Good job, Hannah. If you're watching this, hey, I'm a big fan. Let's have a lesson. If there are any other songs that I should be reacting to, I love these Broadway.com performances. They're really, really fun for me to listen to. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments. And until next time, I'm Hannah. I'm your voice teacher. And now you're all my students. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you later.